Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, Mother Nature cranked up the sunshine today, but tomorrow we could be seeing a spot of rain. So let's head right to the forecast with meteorologist Michelle Boss to get us ready tonight.
So I have some good news and bad news. The bad news is we do have some wet weather on the way. The good news is we're not looking at colder temperatures. In fact, temperatures will stay mild, maybe even be a little bit warmer tomorrow. So let's take a look at satellite and radar right now. We're seeing mainly some thin high clouds out there. So pretty quiet weather expected overnight, and actually should see pretty quiet weather through the first half of the day tomorrow. Our next storm system has yet to even approach the coast, so it's going to be affecting our weather about mid-afternoon tomorrow. In the meantime, since we're going to have mostly clear to partly cloudy skies overnight, temperatures are going to be dipping down below freezing, but shouldn't be quite as chilly as it has been the last couple of mornings. We'll bottom out right around 30 degrees. We're currently in the upper 30s right now, though a little bit cooler across North Idaho and just above freezing across much of central Washington. Short-term forecast, dry weather overnight, dry weather all tomorrow morning, but we do expect rain by the afternoon and evening. Could have a few wet snowflakes mixed in, but you can see those highs near 50 on Saturday and highs in the mid-40s with some more rain on Sunday.
We had to close the runway because somebody lost a tire.
Tense moments in the sky over California after a tire flew off a plane just seconds after it lifted off the ground in San Francisco. There were 249 people on board the Boeing 777 when it was diverted to Los Angeles. This is yet another crisis for Boeing as it tries to repair the company's reputation. Video shows the damage to cars on the ground after that wheel fell off the United 35 flight. No one was hurt. The aircraft is built with 6 tires on each of its 2 main landing struts, and United says it's designed to land safely with missing or damaged tires. Boeing, by the way, has been under investigation since January after an Alaska Airlines plane lost a door plug mid-flight. This United plane's been in service for more than 20 years. Aviation experts say it was likely the age of the plane, not the manufacturing, that caused this to happen.
I know people are going to look at this and say, oh my goodness, this is another Boeing problem. I highly suspect it has anything to do with the manufacturing or design of the airplane by Boeing.
The FAA is investigating. They'll likely look into maintenance records on the landing gear. Meanwhile, in Texas, passengers had to be evacuated from a United Airlines flight after it slid off the runway. According to United, that flight from Memphis landed, but as it headed to the gate, it went off the pavement and into the grass. No injuries were reported. It's the 3rd incident reported with a United flight this week. In the meantime, leadership from Boeing's largest labor union are calling for a 40% raise as they head to the bargaining table. This is the first full negotiation between the two parties in 16 years, and in this go-round, the workers say they have the upper hand. The union represents 32,000 Boeing employees in both Washington and Oregon. 10,000 of those are assigned to the MAX aircraft. The current contract set to expire mid-September and comes at a time where Boeing's under increased scrutiny after that door plug blew out off that Alaska Airlines flight back in January that we mentioned just earlier.
I know that people are proud of the work they do, the product they build, and feel that sometimes the rug is pulled out from under them. And we're going to try and solve some of those issues through bargaining, through this agreement, and get something that respects our members.
Boeing says they're looking forward to putting together a deal that works for employees. A federal judge dismissed a legal challenge to Washington's new gun law. That law prohibits the sale, distribution, manufacture, and importation of more than 50 types of guns, including AR and AK-style rifles. The plaintiffs in the case include sharpshooting, a gun store here in Spokane. They argued the new law violated their Second Amendment rights, but a federal judge disagreed. New tonight, the city of Spokane is working to repair damage done to one of the statues along the Spokane River Plaza. Spokane officials believe someone broke the spear off of this statue celebrating Native American heritage along the Spokane River. Officials are also working to clean up graffiti in the area. Since the plaza was finished 4 years ago, officials say the area has been vandalized multiple times. Crews hope to be done before the 50th anniversary of Expo 74. Well, the end of the legislative session marks the start of campaign season. In November, voters will have the option of wiping out 3 programs that generate billions for the state. New tonight, Drew Mickelson has a look at the initiatives and what legislators say is at stake.
Enough registered voters signed petitions to send 6 initiatives to the legislature, and legislators did pass 3 of them on Monday, but the other 3 will go to voters in November. Those measures call for repealing the state's Climate Commitment Act and the capital gains tax, along with letting folks opt out of the long-term care program.
I am confident in the end, these proposals, these reforms are so popular, they're going to pass.
State Representative and Republican Party Chair Jim Walsh sponsored the initiatives and says it was easy finding voters who were fed up with new taxes and the policy that charges fees to polluters, resulting in higher gas prices.
We can afford these tax reforms and repeals without putting any hardship on the basic functions of the state government.
There has been an impact on gas prices, but it's funding critical transportation investments. That's the choice, we have to make as residents of Washington.
Senator Mark Elias says without the climate law, road projects would be canceled. And if the capital gains tax is thrown out, schools and child care facilities would lose funding. Governor Inslee vows to spend his last months in office defending the measures he's proud of.
Those initiatives jointly would kneecap, would blow a hole in all of these benefits that Washingtonians are now enjoying. And I do not believe that Washingtonians want to gut our funding for schools. I don't think they want to gut our funding for transportation.
In addition to the decrease in state funding, Governor Inslee says getting rid of the Climate Act would increase pollution in the state for years to come. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
Also new tonight, take a look at this. A suspect led Thurston County Sheriff deputies on a wild chase. As you can see here, deputies execute a pit maneuver, slowing him down but not stopping him. The suspect managed to get away driving backwards, but ultimately ended up crashing into an RV just off the main road. That driver's since been taken into custody and faces a flurry of charges, including DUI and attempting to avoid police. In the meantime, a triple shooting in Spokane Valley left 3 people in the hospital, one of them with a team with life-threatening injuries. That shooting happened last night near the intersection of South Bowdish Road and 40th Street. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says around 12:30 last night at the Ponderosa Apartments, an argument started, which led to shots fired. 2 adults were shot with non-life-threatening injuries. The 4th person involved has been identified. People in the neighborhood say incidents like this have risen the past couple of years.
I could walk up the street and go get a candy bar and stuff, but now I've almost been hit with this apartment. There's been arguments that go on constantly. Just this whole area, there's been robberies and shootings and just all sorts of stuff.
Deputies say there were 2 other scenes involved with this particular incident. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says this remains an active investigation. Right now, no arrests have been made. Well, time now for our night beat for a quick look at the day's top stories. An Eastern State Hospital escapees back in custody after getting arrested today in Reno, Nevada. Jamal Fields walked away from a medical treatment at a Spokane Valley hospital on Wednesday. Investigators say a woman helped Fields escape. They were both arrested on felony warrants in Reno. They'll be held in Nevada until they can be extradited back to Spokane County. A Spokane mother has been arrested for the same murder her son's accused of. Police say Danae and Caleb Hollings killed a 76-year-old man on Spokane South Hill last April. Caleb was arrested in January and his mother in California last month. A judge set her bond at $1 million. And Spokane police arrested the teen suspect in an attack on a downtown business owner last week. You might remember that shocking video police released. They identified him after multiple tips came in about this video. You can see the teen throwing a flower pot at the store owner. That teen has been booked into the Spokane County Juvenile Detention Center on charges of assault and malicious mischief. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. And that was also your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.